Hello everyone, it is Tiff Twinkle. I am back. Yes, I am so sorry for my absence. I am so sorry that I haven't been making enough videos. I've been dealing with a few things privately, but I am back now and I'm here with a really fun video. This is basically going to be, I'm going to say it's a four-parter, I guess we'll call it, because a couple of the parts are going to be quite a bit long. A couple of parts might be a little bit shorter, but I don't know if it's going to be like a four-parter or three-parter. I might merge two of them into one, depending on how short they are or how long they are. I don't know, we'll see what happens. But at the moment, we're just going to consider this the first in a couple of videos that I am doing about just how my fashion has changed depending on if I'm dressing more masc, more femme, whatever the case may be. So I figured, why not give my experience, I guess, from the fact that I wear whatever I want pretty much every single day, and we go from there. So, oh no, we've already rolled the intro, but I guess, you know, we'll get right into it then, because yeah, no, I'm just super excited about this video because as most people who have known me or know of me or have seen like my Instagram, my TikTok and all that, my fashion has generally changed over the time, if that makes sense. It used to be like, oh, I would dress very, very plain. I wouldn't go more extravagant and all that other stuff. But now I've gone obviously a little more extravagant. I've gone, you know, more me, I guess we'll call it for now, because like my fashion has changed an awful lot. I'm not even going to deny that. Both for masc and femme. But today we're going to focus on the masc side of things, because I'm not going to lie, there's not a lot of places that I shop at that provide a sort of a masculine vibe that I want to go with, if that makes sense. I'm going to get in a little bit closer, because why not? But I guess what I'm trying to say is that always look around, always shop, you know, go to shops, go try on stuff, because at the end of the day, you have to be the person who is comfortable wearing whatever it is, mainly. Like, I can basically go and recommend places, but if they're not your vibe, they're not your vibe. I'm not basically saying go shop there, like, unless like you vibe with it. Like, it's basically, if you don't vibe with it, no big deal. If you want to keep searching for stuff that you vibe with, that's what you're supposed to do. How has it changed, for me at least, since, you know, I started doing, you know, all this sort of stuff, like all my TikToks, all my YouTubes, all my social media and all that, right? How has my fashion sense basically changed? Well, for starters, I'm not gonna lie, I will show a photo of when I was just fresh out of high school. I kid you not, I looked like a pleb. I would dress so normal, I guess we'll call it. But what's really normal? Like, my normal is I'll wear whatever I want and it's extravagant as, whether as some people it's like, you know, a plain top and jeans is their kind of normal. So I guess normal is really dependent on what, like, you know, dependent upon the person. But no, like, we're going to talk about how it's changed drastically from, you know, like 12 years ago to now, because it has drastically changed. My fashion sense went from, I used to wear just like, you know, joggers and shorts and jeans, you know, like the basic stuff, to now I wear Converses, I wear Demonias, I wear, you know, like more gothic attire, more pastel goth, more just extravagant looking things. And especially as a guy, I always found it difficult buying stuff. So this shirt right here, rest in peace, haha. That's bad timing, but I used to shop at this place called Living Dead Clothing. They were primarily my wardrobe because they would make shirts for men that I would be comfortable wearing. I wear this. I wear my Noctis shirt. What else do I have? I have a Tracer shirt, Caitlyn, Star Guardian Jinx, you know. I have licensed things that I was comfortable with. And then, you know, it sort of took off from there, exploring like the different shops and all that. That's how I ended up finding other companies too that I could vibe with. Now, you know, a lot of my companies that I've vibed with in the past have been companies such as Black Milk Clothing, Living Lewd, anything from Berserk that because they're a reseller. Same with Tragic Beautiful. You know, even some sellers on Etsy. Like if I vibe with it, I've gone and basically shopped there. Like in my most recent posts on Instagram and all that, everyone has seen that, you know, I buy a lot from Black Milk and Living Lewd. That's because, like, you know, it's very hard for me to find a shirt. First of all, Living Lewd shirts, when they're made, they're fucking great. I absolutely love them. And second of all, I'm comfortable with wearing that because I don't care what people think. Like, I have a hoodie, for God's sakes, that says, could you just die, please? Or something along those lines. It says that on the front, like, plain and simple on the front. And everyone, like, always is shocked that I wear that. And it's like, I wear it because my fashion has changed an awful lot from me being so normal, to what I consider myself to be normal now. And it's just a basis of, if you like something, wear it. Don't let people stop you. Like, I get stopped on the street sometimes and I get asked, oh, where did you get that from? And I'm like, I tell them the website. And they couldn't believe it. And I just went, yeah, no, I literally wear this on a regular basis because it's something that I love as a person. I love as a, you know, a person who loves all different types of fashion, you know, whether it be for my Masc side or my feminine side. I just love it. It's helped shape who I am now. So when I talk about finding stuff, you always start small and then you can start going like bigger on those purchases. Like, I bought one thing from Living Lewd, and I bought it yonks and yonks ago. I still have it to this day. But I would honestly own that, like, I would wear that still. And now I've just gone and bought more, I guess. Like, that's how I'm putting it now. Because that's the thing at the end of the day. It's like, when you want to vibe with something and people start to discourage you, they're not helping you at all. Like, I got discouraged my entire life for what I wanted to wear. I got bullied for a lot of the things that I wore. You know, I got basically told, oh, you shouldn't wear that, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, blah, blah, blah. And I just basically went, I'm sick of it. And I want to be me. I want to be comfy. So I did. I bought Living Lewd. I bought Living Dead clothing, Black Milk clothing, anything from like Killstar or anything like that. All these companies have opened up avenues to shape how I dress. And it's gonna be the same when I talk about my feminine side as well, because my masculine side, obviously I didn't have that much to think of. But then I just started accessorizing with a lot of stuff like shoes, harnesses, you know, jackets, hoodies, whatever the case may be. You know, you start accessorizing with things, you start doing things, and it honestly helps your mindset, because then you know how you want to dress, how you want to act, how you want to be as a human. And that's the thing that I always tell people. It's like, don't be afraid of buying something. If you're worried about if it's not going to work out, a lot of the companies I've shopped at, with the exception of Living Lewd, because I've never had to return anything to Living Lewd, a lot of the times because there's no physical shop for me to go to, I've had to return things. And I'm not going to lie about that. I've had to return dresses, shirts, accessories, that sort of stuff, you know. And this is probably like the biggest bit of advice that I can give to people. If you're not sure how to how to dress yourself or want to, start exploring what is like some of the benefits. First of all, one of the benefits is get some good friends who are also in the alternative community. Like I have a ton, and we all have different fashion styles. We all have different, styles of clothing and all that. And we honestly help each other, we help be like, okay, you want to try this if I have it myself or they have it, and vice versa. Get yourself a support friend group that loves alternative clothing, because they are definitely going to help you in the long run, mind you, when you want to try something on, or when you want to be hyped up, or when you want to be, encouraged to do so. And that's one of the things that I always recommend to people, is that first of all, get yourself your friends, and second of all, don't be afraid to ask questions in like Facebook groups, in, like Instagrams or anything like that. My Instagrams are always open for people. If they want to ever ask me about stuff, I'm more than happy to help out, because I would rather help someone be inspired to go try something than to be sheltered for as long as I was. Because I'm not gonna lie, I really was sheltered until I started cosplaying, and then it basically opened doors for me for fashion, for how I want to be as a person. And I'm never gonna forget that. I'm never honestly gonna forget that. And yeah, like that's just probably my biggest thing that I've noticed in how it's changed a lot for me over the time. And talking about this now, probably people are gonna sit through this video and be like, what the hell are you talking about? It's like, it's a different thing when I can get on camera and talk about my experiences. Because my experience was basically, I got bullied a lot for what I wore. I still sometimes do. I have people who question me, who like give me looks, and it's those people that like you see who go out and make fun of like, other people essentially. And it's like, I just don't care anymore. I want to live my life the way that I want to live it, So I'm going to. Like, heck, for the first time in however long, I am finally dyeing my hair for crying out loud. Like, it is one of those things where it's like, I'd rather live my life than I would, anything else. But yes, that's probably what I'm gonna end it on today. But it's just, I wanted to talk about this because I've noticed that people don't get an opportunity to talk about their experience growing up, their experience changing fashions, or how they dressed has basically shaped them as a person. And it shaped me a lot. Like, I love fashion. Like, you can see all, basically behind, I have an extensive wardrobe to the point where, I have something to wear for both my Masc and my femme side. And that's the thing that I always go back to. Like, if I can get use out of it for both, like a lot of my demonias, I have worn both Masc and femme side. Like, I'm there, I'm 100% there. And I think that's another thing that people should also look at, because we live in an age now where, I dress both sides of gender. Like, I dress both Masc, I dress both femme. I always try and get stuff that works for both, because I know for a fact that if I do that, it's gonna help me in the long run, because then I don't have to go and waste more money and all that other stuff. And especially with nowadays, it's kind of getting harder for some things. So that's always just the case. That's always just how I see it. But look, I just wanted to do this quick video. Probably not quick, but it's fine. I just wanted to give some sort of inspiration, some sort of, don't be afraid sort of thing to to basically dress. Like, how your fashion shapes you as a person is probably the greatest thing ever. Because there will be people who are going to be like, they're going to question it but just ignore them at this point. You're doing this for you. You know, you are supposed to feel beautiful in your skin. You're supposed to feel beautiful about yourself as a person. Go for it. Like heck, you want to reach out to my Instagram or like any of my social medias and you want to talk about stuff or ask advice, my DMs are always open, honestly, because like I'm here, I want to be here to help if people have questions about brands, about what I do for, like, you know, makeup, what I do for, you know, accessories, that sort of stuff. I want to be here to be an inspiration for people, to not be afraid of dressing how you feel, how you want to dress. So I'm gonna leave it here now. Thank you all so much for tuning into this video. I hope to see you all in the next one, which is going to be one of the other parts, or it's going to be something else. I don't know at this point. But yes, stay tuned for that, everyone. So bye for now.